Hi, welcome back to the channel. Um, these are my Syahi inks and I really like them, so I thought I would share them with you, like share my thoughts on them with you. I have them in 4 different colors. These are the 15 milliliter bottles. And I have them in cocoa brown, coral baby pink. I don't know why I was trying to scratch the sticker of the bottle. That's why it looks like that. It's my fault. Turquoise blue and abyss black. I really enjoy writing with these. I obviously just so you know, just as a disclaimer, I don't have a lot of experience with fountain pen inks. I was just so surprised because these are much cheaper than the other alternatives that I saw online, especially the ones that everybody usually raves about. These, like the 15 ml bottles, they come in pairs, so each pair for me was around 200 rupees, so that's 100 rupees for one 15 ml bottle, and that's very cheap compared to the other ones. And I also really like the colors, and I actually mixed the coral baby pink with just the tiniest bit of cocoa brown to get this really nice like a rusty red, like a mahogany almost color. I still have that in this really cheap Flare inky that I have. So yeah, I think I'm just going to show you what these look like. Yes. Okay, so this is my Flare inky. This is inked with a mix of the coral baby pink and cocoa brown. I actually wanted to write this letter, and I thought it would be nice to have like a reddish color, which I don't have a lot of inks, so I tried making that by mixing these 2 colors, and the results were very nice. So I'm just going to that there. I love this color so much. I had a lot of fun writing with it, especially because I think there's a bit, I don't know if this is what is called shading, but there's a bit of shading. Sometimes it will appear darker, and then sometimes it will be lighter. I mixed the brown in really small amounts. I think the ratio was, yeah, something like that. So perhaps that's why. But yes, this is my really cheap Flare inky. I got this for 70 rupees from this stationery store where I live, and it's so smooth. I really like writing with this pen as well. I was very, very surprised. And okay, so and then I have my Kako inked with the blue, the turquoise blue. I'm having such a nice time writing using this ink with my Kako, because I bought these 2 inks from Kako because I got the pen from the website, right? And on a whim, without doing much research, I've also got these. Now it's not that I don't like the colors that they have. It's this grayish green and then this grayish blue. I do like both of them. The blue I like more because it's more readable. It does come down to personal preference as well, I think, but I found these inks to be a bit dry, and I mean, you should keep in mind that I have this Kako in an extra fine nib, so that's a 0.38 millimeter nib, and this, I don't know, it wasn't flowing really well. I was having issues with the flow, and I had to keep twisting the piston upwards to get some more ink to come through, to push more ink into the feed for my Kako, and that would be alright for say 2 to 3 lines, and then it would go back to being this really, I don't know, like there was a lot of skipping, and my pen also started to feel really scratchy, and I wasn't sure if it was my pen or my ink, but I then inked it with this one, and I'm having so much fun now because this is such a wet ink. It flows so well, and I think for my extra fine nib, this is absolutely wonderful. And because it's an extra fine nib, even though the Syahi ones are really wet inks, I can still write on most kinds of paper. So okay, does it focus? Yes. Okay, so that's my turquoise blue. I hope I've spelled that right. Yeah, turquoise blue. And these, I'm just going to swatch the remaining 3 that I have, but this is a glass bottle, no complaints. But the caps on all of these are they leave much to be desired. They spill a lot, they don't really close properly. Some of them are just loose. Actually, the one I have on my turquoise is just loose, it never really fits. I get it, these are cheap inks. What I care about is that I'm getting really good inks for the price. So, but just because it's a review, I thought I should mention that. It's not a deal breaker for me or anything like that. Just wanted to share that. Okay, I'm just going to dip my palette Kakuno actually, just to show you what the color looks like. These are really narrow actually, so the color, I don't know how much I got, but there. That is the Coral Baby Pink. It is such a joy to write with the Kakuno. Excellent pen. There you go. I cleaned my Kakuno, and now I'll swatch the Cocoa Brown. Cocoa Brown is, I think it's my favorite color. I really like turquoise blue as well, but brown is actually, I've always liked browns, so yeah. And I knew I wanted at least one brown ink. There it is. Cocoa brown. I think this one's my favorite actually. This is very pretty. I like it a lot. Okay. Now I'll swatch the last one. Again, very, very messy. Okay. Not. Oh, I didn't get enough, I think. Yeah. To me, this doesn't seem to be the blackest. It doesn't seem like the blackest ink. Yeah, I don't know why. It looks grayish almost. I don't know if it's because of the way I am doing it, but just to give it another chance. Okay. It looks a bit lighter off camera, but I still like it. I mean, it's still a really good black for me. So yeah, I think all of these are really pretty colors, and I'm really happy that the mixing worked. This is like a dusty rose pink, I think. I got this, like I said, by mixing these two here. If I end up getting more from Syahi, I know I'm going to be I'll be experimenting a bit more, mixing different colors. Okay, thank you for watching the video.